A family is demanding a local Catholic school take accountability after their son was expelled from the school days after he reported being called a slur while on campus.
Now the principal at the school is on leave, with her attorney stating it was for her personal safety due to emails she was receiving with a threatening tone. Celine Stevens is live outside the Madeline School now to break it all down for us. Celine.
Tim, Stephanie. So Principal Tressa Rath's attorney informed me today that she was put on leave Wednesday, and now the vice principal will be taking over her duties here at the Madeline School. So this all came to a head after parents of a fourth grader say that their son was called a racial slur while on school grounds at the end of March. They then went to the school to try and address the situation, but then the principal called 911 on them. Just 3 days later, their son was expelled.
As a Black person, we all remember the first time that word was directed at us, and so we knew that pain.
March 31st, Karis Stoudemire Phillips and her husband Mike Phillips received a phone call from the Madeline School
That our son had heard, and the N-word had been targeted towards him.
The couple rushed to the school to check on their son and comfort him. They also wanted to know what the school was going to do, but instead, they say they were met with pushback from Principal Tressa Rath.
We were just wanting answers, and she stated that, if we don't trust her, then we can take him out. He can go somewhere else.
She yelled at us, "If you don't trust me, then why do you even have him at the school?" is what she said to us.
They were handed this notice about staff response to bias incident protocol. When they continued to question the school's policies and procedures, the couple says things escalated.
And we knew what she was doing when she turned and started walking towards the phone, and we both said she's going to call the police. And I watched her fingers down 911.
PPB says when they arrived, they were told they were no longer needed.
So, and again, if it was a threat, how come it's fine now?
Mm-hmm.
You did that because you could.
Mm-hmm.
You did that because you understood the ramifications of it to me. And it's not right, it's not fair, and it could have turned out very different.
2 days later, the school informed them the investigation was over, and the parents expressed their disappointment through email.
And then on Thursday at 5:09 p.m., we received an email from Father Bonaventure telling us that our partnership had been terminated, effective immediately. Thursday, April 3rd, 5:09 p.m. Our son now has nowhere to go to school.
The news crushing the family, especially their son.
And then we told him, you cannot go back to the Madeline. They've decided that you can no longer be a student at the Madeline. I don't know how long he cried. We were all crying.
She says the school cited a violation of Parent Conduct Code. In the school's handbook, it states under normal circumstances, a child is not to be deprived of a Catholic education due to the attitude of parents, but situations could arise where the partnership of the school and parents is irretrievably broken.
For standing up for our child. It was all because we stood up for our child, and it was simply retaliation and a grotesque abuse of power.
Now, the family has legal representation, their attorney, who chose not to be on camera, explaining why it's necessary.
I think it's important for them to make sure that this doesn't happen again to another child, and that if it does happen, then there are procedures and steps in place.
The family and attorney stating what they are looking for is an apology, acknowledgement, and accountability.
We need a formal public apology from the Madeline School in the parish and the Archdiocese of Portland. We want the resignation of Principal Rath. We want support services for this 10-year-old boy and the family.
I reached out to the Archdiocese of Portland, Reverend Bonaventure Rummel, and Principal Rath to understand more about this incident and why their child was expelled, but I only heard back from Rath's attorney. Now, the family says that their other son also attended the school before and also experienced microaggressions and smaller incidents, but nothing compared to this scale ever before. Back to you.